On this hot afternoon, remote sensing scientist Deepak Mishra and his team are at the University of Georgia campus transit bus yard, installing a temperature sensor on the front of a bus.
We are able to do this research because of the revolution in sensing technologies, the explosion in data science research.
At the peak of summer, about 30 buses will be similarly wired up.
We're collecting temperature data from these buses every 5 seconds as they go around the campus, go around the town.
Volunteers, mostly students, are pitching in too, with wearable sensors strapped to their backpacks and belts.
And then we start seeing how these temperatures are changing across town, which areas are consistently showing high temperatures, and what happens in the evening time, what happens in the nighttime.
32 is about 90 Fahrenheit.
With support from the National Science Foundation, the University of Georgia team is compiling highly detailed, fine-resolution maps showing what's called the urban heat island in their town of Athens, Georgia.
Heat is the leading weather killer. It kills more people every year than tornadoes, hurricanes, floods.
Scientists have known about the urban heat island effect for decades, making maps from satellite data. Heat islands are urban areas that are hotter than their less developed surroundings, mostly because they're largely devoid of trees. Dark surfaces like roads and rooftops absorb heat and radiate it back out. Some parts of a city can be as much as 15 degrees hotter than others.
This project is going beyond that to see what is happening within the urban heat island.
Geographer Andrew Grunstein studies how weather and climate affect human health. He says hyperlocal heat maps could save lives by pinpointing pockets of extreme heat.
Heat stroke is the most serious heat thing. Your organs can shut down. It can be life-threatening. So we really want to prevent people from getting to that point.
Especially at risk are the elderly, children, athletes, people with chronic medical conditions like diabetes, and those who do physical labor outside.
People that, say, can't afford air conditioning or don't have air conditioning can be at risk. Some research shows that poorer communities are often in hotter parts of cities because they don't have as much green space.
This project in Athens is a small-scale experiment, but Mishra expects that these heat maps will be commonplace in the future. City planners will use them to decide where to plant trees. Communities can use them to make sure people at risk have access to water and air-conditioned spaces.
I see a day when people have this app in their phone, and then the phone tells them, take this route, you'll be less exposed to urban heat.
Using data to drive better decision-making when the heat is on. Faith Lapidus, VOA News.